Hello guys, this is Pokeland Legend Tips with another video, and before we move into real deep, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like. If you have any questions you can ask us in the comments, or even better, join us on Facebook. The link is in the description below. So today we're going to be reviewing Tapu Fini, which is the buffer of Fey types. She's a really awesome Pokemon. And let's go ahead and talk about Decoy Items. Let's start with that. So Decoy Items, since she's the buffer, you kind of need her to be to stay alive for a long time. So I would recommend either Leftover Star to increase her defenses, or you can actually give her Quick Glow. Yeah, that's the usual. Or the one I prefer, Mystic Water as well, to increase her water type attacks and so on. So that is done. Let's talk about the bondings. Let's see, we have Sylveon with Fusion, increased special attack, that's pretty bad. Sukune with Speed Fade, that sounds kind of nice if you have him. Kyogre, Intimacy level. Oh, can we increase Intimacy of this guy? I think we can to 65. That should not be a problem. Let's just level him up. Here we go. We have extra experience. Oh, okay. Oh, over. So yeah, Kyogre with Intimacy for HP, and Lunala for Fusion, sadly, for special attack. So these are the bondings. Now let's talk about the personality. So since she's the buffer of Fey type, then you definitely want her on Timid. No other options. If you want to use them in a water team, then you might want her on Modest as well. But Timid is basically the best personality for her. As for her abilities, the first ability, again, she's like I said, the buffer, so you want her on speed boost, no other choices. As for the second ability, you have some choices out there. You can either choose this one, which is Goey. If an opponent directly hit this monster, his speed will decrease for 15% speed for 3 rounds. This is really nice. Friend Guard is the best, actually. It's reduced 50% damage from all teammates. And these are, of course, depending if there is another water type in there. But yeah, there's not a lot of water types right now, since water type is not that great. So I would not recommend to do either Water Absorb or Storm Drain. As for the poison, there's only chances, so big chance, we don't know what is kind of big chance, so it's hard to choose. So I would actually recommend either Friend Guard or Gooey, whatever that sounds like. So yeah, so I'm choosing Front Guard because it's much better for me, and it's reduced the damage for all other teammates. Let's talk about the skills. Nature Madness, something that is super powerful. It's based on HP, if I'm not mistaken. It's really nice. In damage, you can see that it will decrease 10% damage taken. Misty Terrain is the buff for all Fey type Pokemon. Really nice. And if Xenos is there, it turns into 5 times, and it also prevents the Fey types from being hypnotized or confused. So that's super nice. These types here, the ulti turns the enemy into water type, so the enemy will turn into water type, but his skills will still be of his own type, which means if he has steel types, he will still use steel type skills. So it will just turn his element as his type into water type, which means he will be weak against electric types, but his skills are still, for example, if you turn Electric Arceus into water type, he will still use his ulti as electric move, and he will still apply his Palsy to everyone, but he will be weak to electric at that particular moment if you damage him. Muddy Water, if the enemy is water type, receives same damage and boosts counter effect from half to 1. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, only good against water types. So that's done. Let's talk about the equipment here. You can give her in end game of course, Thunder Set, that's a must, or Ho-Ho, since you don't want her to die. I do like Thunder Set on her since she's a buffer, as well as if you give her Thunder Set, she starts doing group damage instead of just single damage. Okay, in mid game you really want her on early, or mid game you want her on starty, definitely, or Doyen sets, so that's pretty obvious. Okay, now let's talk about the build itself, hidden skills. Okay, as a water type, she's really weak against electric types, so you might want to make electric resist, even though I do hate electric resist types Izzos, so I do hate these, but still, she's really weak against electricity. I think Black Curum does one-shot her with his electric move. For the rest, increase her healing, of course, she's the buffer, increase her HP, she has a lot of it, and her Nature Madness is based on HP, so you have to increase that. Guardian Spirit is a must. Swift as the Wind is a must, healing is a must, like I said. Then that leaves you with 3 open slots, so you can either decrease the damage taken by 12%. High, I'm giving that so I can basically make all enemies into water type. If you are making her paired up with Coco or an electric type of some sort, that would be really nice. And again, if you make this as high and you give her in second ability as water absorb, or this one, Storm Drain, then if she does her ulti and the enemy is water element, then yeah, that Pokemon will help her heal. So whenever he hits her, he will help her heal. So it might be a nice combo to actually put high here, concentration as well, focus, it's called focus now, right? And make that ability into water absorb. So that might make sense. Okay, you can use that, and for the rest, you can either increase her defenses using, give me a second here, using Crystal Body or Elemental Skin, since she kind of need them, or you can increase her damage with using Elemental Power to increase her special attack. So one of those would actually be kind of nice. So Absorb as well would be okay, since she does kind of good damage, but not that much. So I would not be that enthusiastic about that one. Okay, I think we covered everything. The possible teams for this Pokemon are really simple. She's the buffer of Fairy type, so Fairy type team is a must with Xerneas, preferably, and with Diancie or Fey Arceus, or Pseudo Fey with Coco or Lele. So Coco would be a good option as well, but the buffs don't stack. You can use her as well in a water type, but her Fey turn would literally be waste except for her. So I would recommend to put her in a Fey team. I guess this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. As I said, this is for the BT, you have to concentrate on the HP, since her best attack is based on that, and speed as well, since she is a buffer. So cheers, and see you guys later.